Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Like, subscribe and comment down below. We'll be back after the intro.
We're back with another video on relationship, as she stated before, and I want to know how much she know about relationship and thing. Let's get right into it. Anyway, the first question is, how would you describe yourself?
I would describe myself as an introvert because I like to be alone. I don't like people crowding my space.
Okay. What is a relationship?
A relationship is a bond between two people.
Okay. What does it mean by toxic relationship?
A toxic relationship is like when it's either abusive or you two don't talk to each other nicely.
Or you should say mesh, like, argue a lot and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. Do you want to get married?
Not really.
Oh.
Well, I said not really because probably when I go up I want to change my mind. Because everybody, the biggest day in a woman's life is the wedding.
Biggest day in my life is when I'm going to the bank. Alright, next question. When is the right time for someone to get married?
In their fourth year of college, let's say. That's because you have 1 year left. You can marry after you finish.
I feel like there is
probably on somewhere in your graduation.
In my opinion, I feel like there isn't any right time for someone to get married. Yes, I don't feel that way. I feel like if you fall in love, I'm speaking over 18 now, right? I feel like if you fall in love with somebody and you want to get married to that person, go ahead and get married, because nothing is going to stop a marriage,
No. But you have to be over 18.
Yes, in my you have to.
I don't know.
Anyway, next question. What would you describe as red flags in a relationship, whether with your friends, parents, or partner?
When you two can't relate to each other, like you two can't understand each other, it's like a red flag, because it's not going to work out. If you two don't have something bonding you together, it's not going to work.
And that is on the 100. That is on the 100. I think those are red flags. There are so many red flags in a relationship with a person, with a friend, family, or partner. And sometimes we tend to overlook these red flags, no matter how overlook them until them turn black.
Well, I personally think the biggest red flag is when they're trying to force you to do something you don't want to do, like they don't support your dreams. That's the biggest red flag. I would just leave that relationship. Black and delete. Don't call me.
Next question is, how would you rate your relationship with me?
Well, as my mother, it is, because you punish me, I don't 300% into you like that, but let's give it a 5 out of 10. Because it's half. On the one side, sometimes because I curse you when you not hear me, I'm mumbling on my throat, and then next time I love you.
The intentions, yes. Okay, accepted.
We all have done that.
Do you want siblings?
Yes, I want siblings because I don't want to be lonely for the rest of my life. But when I leave, you and Kimberly are going to live alone, and me somebody take care of you. And I am going to be busy because I want to be a businesswoman.
Adding to that question, how many siblings do you want?
5. There's nothing wrong with that.
From?
You. No, because like siblings.
Hey, check you.
great to have children before you're probably old and you cannot have it anymore. There are tons of people who wish they could have children.
Well, I would want some kids, but
5.
my bank account is saying no.
Well, we can wait.
No, 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 girl.
No.
Anyway, what makes you happy?
Well, what makes me happy is like being alone in my space. You know, when you can find peace, you do kill to have peace.
I think that is from me because I like my own space.
Yes,
I like being alone.
If
I visit you, I don't want to stay for a long while. I don't want to live with you. I just want to see you, hear from you, know that you're okay, and then you go.
Well,
I don't like people in my space, and I think a lot of persons like that because
introverts, they call it introverts. That's what I am.
Introvert, yeah.
We like being alone. We don't like people curling up and a rub pop. We don't like. Sometimes that's why I said maybe I'll get married because we don't want to.
That is why you're always
rub
locked up in your room.
Yes, and once I have my phone and computer, me not dead.
Okay, I think I'll answer a little bit on this question. What makes you happy? I think my family. My family makes me happy, and that's the family I create. That
not
makes
relatives.
me really happy. Yeah.
Relatives.
Having my family and wake up every morning, there's nothing more beautiful than that.
Having children running up and down.
Okay, moving on to the next question. What advice do you have for girls your age that are more interested in boys than books?
First of all, high five in the face with a chair. Go to school, learn, go to college, and make your money. Don't make nobody tell you what to do.
Well, I should have
Because most of girls.
That advice should have been around when I was younger. That advice should have been.
Well, most girls.
Not with not no high five in the face with a chair.
Well, if I had my child on that top,
the last part you said, stay in school, but you don't even like to study. You don't like to be in books.
It's not that I don't like to study. I am an audible learner. I learn from videos and sounds. That's why I like technology so much. I'm so interested in it.
Okay. Okay.
My guidance counselor told me that because we took a test.
How do you feel after complaining all the time?
I'm a Jamaican. I must feel proud. Jamaicans, if you're in a negative situation.
Am I missing something here?
Well, let me explain. You know, like when you complain and you get it all off your chest, you feel proud. Like, it don't damage my chest no more. Mommy, I'm the only one know if you feel bad. Me proud.
Well,
because it's your mistake.
She feel proud after complaining. That means I've learned something new today. I've learned something new today.
Okay.
So, when I tell you to do something and you're complaining as the clock tick, that means you're proud of doing it.
Yes. Because you know, like when you complain when you're young, when you grow up in Jamaica, your parents they not even wait for your explanation. So when we complain, with her and she don't beat me in a halfway in my conversation, me proud.
Okay, I understand the proudness there, no problem. I understand the proudness.
Okay.
Okay, next question is, as a 11-year-old coming up in such fast and demanding society, what advice do you have for your peers?
Shut up and just deal with it. Shut up and deal with it. If your parents say you can do something, just do it. Just do it. Because one life you have.
What?
Because you know, if you just don't do it, you don't say your parents are going to beat your kids.
This is a joke. This is literally a joke. Because if I said, Dana, go and do this. Jesus. Heaven.
Me do it anyway.
Trumpet.
You will me cry and cuss.
Because this child is murmuring all the way until she's finished. Even if I said, Dana, go and wash the plates. You know what Dana do? You know what she did? Dana go in the kitchen and turn on the water. She's spiting me. She turn on the water and let the water run. If me not stand up and listen, and she don't stop mama for the whole time until
I'm human. I'm a human.
Shut up and deal with it.
Yes, just shut up and
Well,
deal with
that
it.
is a very good advice for
Because,
kids.
you
Shut
know,
up and deal with it.
because
So
you
if
don't
you
have a
know that
choice.
if you know that you're supposed to be shut up and deal with it, why don't you do that?
Because me a human, me have to cuss and me a Jamaican first and foremost. Jamaican, even if they're going to do it, they have to cuss and tell you say, when you ask them for something, you have to say, you're greedy before they give you.
Here we go. The stereotyping Jamaicans.
We are just built different.
Jamaicans are, yes, you guys are built different.
You guys
are built different.
I am built way different.
We are built different. Right.
And not to say, most other people from New York and stuff, black people especially, stay like this. I don't understand black people. The only thing I am confused about with black people is the first slice of bread becomes the last slice of bread in the bag. I don't get it. Nobody not eat it. Okay, move on.
I don't understand that one.
You
but
don't
that's
get-
a very good one. That's a very good one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you understand.
Next question is, what is or who is described as a boyfriend?
A male partner, I guess. A boy. And you're in a relationship with him, so it's called a boyfriend. I wonder why they call it a
Okay,
boyfriend.
so here's a boy and you're your friend.
Yes,
We
boys,
use
best
the term.
friend.
Our partner, we use the term boyfriend.
But in my
Yeah.
situation,
What
I
is a
use
boy and a
boy, space, and friend. In this case.
Okay. Following question is, do you have a boyfriend?
No, never in.
Yep, bacon.
I have had one before. With an equal niche. When I was way younger.
Enlighten me, because
Well, when I was in infant too. As I just need kindergarten and going to infant too, I had no clue what a boyfriend was. We only say hi and bye to each other, and then we don't talk. Don't talk.
okay. Next question is, when a person is in a relationship, or leave it alone. When a person is in a relationship, what are some of the things to look for?
Well, look for kindness. Well, I'm talking about not the first 2 months. Now, you know, the first 2 months I pretend, everybody nervous, everybody this. Wait after 5 months and look for the signs. First of all,
Goes back to the flag.
kindness. Then, look for when you actually support your dreams, when you feel motivate you. And third, well, just look. He's not distant from you. Because you know, when he's distant, I probably
Okay.
like it.
What advice do you have for young girls that get pregnant at a teenage years?
Just, you know, that it's your responsibility. I don't have an answer. I don't know from their perspectives. I'm just going to say from my perspective.
Okay, well, I'm
Just
going to
let me
answer
finish,
this.
let me finish.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Disrespectful. Well, I think you have a big responsibility on your hands now. You probably, some mothers and kick out their children, and some fathers don't want the child. That is very common. Single mothers in Jamaica are common.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
I
Well, let
have
me answer.
gone through
You have a
teenage pregnancy myself, so it is very stressful. Sometimes if you don't have the right person behind you, and sometimes you have the right person behind you and they judge you to the core, and they want to tell you everything to do, and sometimes that is not what you want.
Yes, like they tell you,
Pick up your pieces,
pick up the blue one, but you want the big one.
understand your mistake, learn your lesson, and move on.
Yes, don't live in your past. Me living in
And
my past can be a child.
do not take out frustration on your child, because as a teenager you will do so. You will take out frustration on your child and you will beat up the pitney, you do all manner of evil to the child.
Just wait. When you take out your frustration on the child, just remember the child never want to be here. Just take care of it and wait till you grow up and see it's going to repay you. But if you beat it up, you now want to be around you. That's human nature. Once you see somebody is negative towards you, you don't want to be around them.
That is
even
true.
Your mother, but my mother, if she negative towards me, she say I go bad. I may go hungry. I may go want food.
Okay. Next question is, if you were to be in a relationship, what kind would you want?
Friendship.
Well, everybody wants to be friends with them partner. Everybody
Which
wants
partner? Me talk about friendship. You're my friend. And then just keep the space.
Okay. So, the type of relationship she would want later is a friendship.
I want friends, woman friends. We can go out together.
You need a girlfriend, you need a bestie.
No, I don't need a bestie. You don't need nobody to be a bestie. And then when I'm counting on them and then they go disappoint me, no.
Okay, that simply means you're not looking for anything.
I'm just
you
looking
have
for
no
friends.
expectation of anybody.
No. So when you don't have the expectation, you don't get hurt.
Okay, so that comes down to the end of our
video
discussion
on
relationship. So I'm going to allow Dana to give a little tip on all this whole thing about child, because these kids, they're seeing it on the internet, and no matter how much you try, you cannot block all sides from them. So I'm going to allow her to elaborate a little on.
Okay, so as me personally, only sites I use is YouTube and this app that make you watch movies on it. It's our website too, but I have the app on my computer. I don't use no other apps from that. I use Instagram on my computer. But just when you're on the internet, just when you see things are start glitching, even though you know your computer is not hot or nothing, just leave the site. And if you look at the site, Google tell you that if the site is secure or not secure, and don't use Wikipedia. Anybody can change the information on Wikipedia. Don't use it.
Okay, so the thing is, we need to educate our kids, because numerous amount of times
are on the road.
I've seen my daughter's phone. I've checked her phone almost every night. I've checked her phone and checked the sites to see what's happening. And there are some things that pop up, sexual things that are popped up on the phone.
Messages.
People messaging you, even when you have the parental thing, it's still there, right? Because I have a parental thing on her phone and my phone, so I can see the activities that are going on. But then again, the thing is, it still come up. It's not that secure.
Parents should also, there's this feature on my phone that is, you have two different features. You have a feature that cancels everything. You cannot use it.
Okay. So our advice, my advice to young children stay in school, you have a limited amount of years to actually get it done. Most of us, the only thing our parents and our grandparents handed down to is poverty, stress, anxiety, and depression.
Yes, I plan if I ever become.
That is what is handed down to most of us. So we have to take it up on ourselves and try to eradicate certain things out of our life. We don't want to be in the mix where you see so much young people getting pregnant, and you see now when you go on the road, you can go on the road every day and count 10 pregnant mothers, and they're young. They're young. Even Dana, she saw a lot of them, and she just said, "Jesus and peace, what you look when they with the belly." You get what I say? So we have to teach our kids about sex, about everything, about money, because they're coming up in a world that is fast and demanding, and it's actually putting them in hit. It's not like you don't want them in there. No matter how you try to say you don't want your child on the internet or you don't want the child here, it is happening. First and foremost,
you can't take it away.
Right. First and foremost, schools start to be online. What can you do? And you have to be in the mix, unless your child is going to get left behind.
And because you're online, things are harder. You're less to concentrate. Personally, I mute all my notifications, but I still can't help but go on YouTube. Because I don't like school that much. I love school, but not that much. My teacher actually is interesting. She helps me. She makes songs, she makes videos and stuff like that. So that's what you should do with your child for online school, because it's still using the gadgets.
Yes, engage with your children.
Colors and stuff like that. Do those stuff.
Yes.
But don't stop. When they get it wrong, don't beat them. Don't beat them. It's just going to make it stressful for them, saying they want to be perfect so you can love them and do this. That's what I usually thought. But then I look at it as foolishness now.
Yes, we need to love our kids more.
Mothers love their children. It's just that it's called tough love.
Yes, a lot of parents give tough love. Yeah, because some people, until this day, some adults don't know what it's like to get a hug from them parents.
That's why most people
are childish. You have to hug your children. You have to, if your children come to you 1,000,001 times, pay attention to them. No matter, give them a voice. Give them a voice. I give my daughter a voice. I sit down at dinner time when we're having dinner. I sit down at the table and I let her voice her opinion and let out her frustration and all these things. Sometimes she says some things and me know it's not supposed to come out of a child mouth, but she said it and I try to correct her. I don't bash her.
And because it's only come out of frustration, that's why.
Right. Sometimes she sit down and she's voicing her frustration and she's crying because, of course, Jamaica don't look for mental health like that. Jamaica don't look for stress and depression.
They don't look at homeless. If I ever become the
we don't look at stuff like that. We need to look at stuff like these. Our kids, they go through it as well.
If I ever become the Prime Minister, I'm going to start a shelter, trying to build places. For shelter for homeless people, trying to feed the homeless, helping kids, depression and stuff, because Jamaica, depression there everywhere. Everybody have to worry about the struggles and stuff and feed them kids and do this and that.
And teach your kids to be satisfied with what they have. I have that problem with her. She don't know when or how to be satisfied with what she have given, right?
Well,
so the internet will boot you up to get things. That is why you find a lot of persons steal. The internet would boot you because you look at the internet, you see somebody else looking as if they're living the life, but it's not necessarily living the life.
The scenes, it's not great. Some influencers even be caught lying to the internet.
Right. Anyway, I've come to the end of this discussion, so we want to thank you all for watching. All the kids that are watching, this is for you. All the kids that are watching and everybody who has supported us thus far, we want to thank you. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Lacey and Lo, you want us to give you a shout out. Hi, baby. Hi. Bye, everybody. Bye.